Hey y'all, I'm Christy with Krippy.Sue.Creates, and I did a boo-boo. So here is a panel to a cardigan I'm working on. And I just spent over 20 minutes sewing the pocket onto the wrong side. I'm so glad I caught it though. Are you a person that when you sew in your ends, do you just knot it off and just kind of sew it in, or do you weave it back and forth? Because I'm a weave back and forth kind of gal, and that made it much more challenging to get it out. But I'm excited about this project. I'm freehanding, freestyling this. I think if I knew what these squares were gonna actually be for, I might have went with only 4 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then doing the, yes, there's a total of actual 6 rounds once I join them. But originally I was making these squares to do a simple granny square light blanket. But what I didn't expect was, all right, so you see these color patterns? I became obsessive. I don't know how to articulate this. So, all right. I started out with all the whites, and then I went through and I would add this color and then this color. I think the way to articulate it is I became obsessive with making each version of that option pattern, and I didn't mean to. I was only supposed to make like a total of like 30 squares, and I went nuts. And one thing I don't like, granny square stuff is very beautiful, but one thing I loathe is the sewing in all the ends. So I went on vacation for the holidays, which forced me to take a break from this project, which was good because I'm not one to step away from a project. I'm normally one that has to finish one in order to move on to one. I think this is gonna make, I want like a longer length cardigan. I like things to go below my hip a little bit, cover up my rear end. So I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? I'm excited. So I'm almost done. So there's the back panel, and then I have this panel. Because of how many rounds I went, I figured out that I was going to have to adjust, because I wouldn't be able to put 2 of these together and this be like the left panel and then 2 together to be the right panel. It would end up making it way too big for me. I don't mind if it's oversized some. I like a little oversized. So what I was thinking, this will be the fronts. And then obviously keep in mind that there's going to be ribbing that goes around one edge. So that'll be thicker. And then for the sleeves, maybe just do this rosy pink. What is this color? Let's see. This is from, I love this yarn. Rosy Cheeks. Rosy Cheeks. Oh, so yeah. So I was thinking, instead of striping or doing the sleeves in multiple colors, because while I do love granny squares, I don't want to do a multitude of granny squares to make sleeves. So then I'm just going to do the sleeves in this color and do the ribbing in this color. All right. Just wanted to share. Bye, y'all.